everyone, great to see you back on the Windsor family here. We bring you breaking news, fascinating stories, and little-known mysteries of the royal family. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you won't miss any updates. In the world of the British monarchy, every glance, every gesture, and every shade of fabric can carry the weight of a message. In a palace where emotions are rarely spoken aloud and words are bound by centuries of etiquette, fashion becomes the most sophisticated language of power. Few truly understand this silent dialect, yet Camilla Parker Bowles, once vilified as the most hated woman in Britain, learned to wield it with remarkable precision, transforming herself from a symbol of scandal into a figure of quiet respectability. For years, she embodied betrayal in the public eye, the woman whose love affair shattered the fairy tale marriage of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. After Diana's tragic death, Camilla became the nation's pariah, her name synonymous with deceit and destruction. When Charles chose to bring their relationship into the light, it was not merely an act of love, it was a political gamble. Public forgiveness was uncertain, but royal approval was essential. Only Queen Elizabeth II's consent could grant Camilla legitimacy, and without it, she would forever remain an outcast in the shadows of Windsor. The Queen was not merely Charles' mother, she was the embodiment of the monarchy's moral authority. To win her grace, Camilla needed to apologize, but not with words. During their first private meeting after the scandal, Camilla arrived wearing a pair of ivory gloves. To the untrained eye, it seemed like an ordinary choice, but within the coded language of royal dress, it was a masterstroke of subtle diplomacy. Ivory, unlike stark white, is the color of humility, softer, more human, a quiet acknowledgement of imperfection. It is not the hue of triumph, but of understanding one's place. Gloves, an age-old emblem of refinement and purity, have long represented restraint. When rendered in ivory, they become a silent act of surrender, graceful, dignified, and deliberate. It was as if Camilla's hands, once symbols of betrayal, were now covered in contrition. In a court where silence speaks louder than any apology, that choice did not go unnoticed. The Queen, ever the connoisseur of nuance, recognized the gesture. Elizabeth had long believed that manners and meaning lived in detail, not declaration. Gradually, her stance softened. Invitations followed first to small private gatherings, then to formal royal events, where Camilla stood beside Charles, no longer hidden, but cautiously embraced. It was not a victory of charm, but of patience and understanding. Fashion had become Camilla's armor and her atonement. Royal commentators later coined the term fashion diplomacy to describe her transformation, drawing parallels to the Queen's own use of brooches as instruments of subtle communication, each jewel, each motif, a carefully chosen symbol of sentiment or stance. Over time, Camilla refined her visual identity with meticulous discipline. She abandoned bold colors and lavish fabrics, opting instead for muted tones, beige, cream, pale gray shades of modesty and trust. Gone were the elaborate silhouettes, and glittering embellishments in their place stood an understated elegance, conservative yet comforting, perfectly calibrated to never outshine the ghost of Diana. This careful evolution of style became her unspoken confession, her ongoing dialogue with the public and the palace alike. What words could not mend, fabric began to heal. Through fashion, Camilla offered repentance not by pleading for forgiveness, but by embodying it. And in the silent theater of monarchy, that was perhaps the most powerful statement she could ever make.